Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this lightning talk. Our next speaker is Hildeberto Mendonça, talking about OSIS. Give him a big hand, please.
Thank you. I'm going to talk about OSIS, and I have a very short presentation about myself, just to give you a hint. I started my career in programming in Java in 1998, and it was my first experience programming. And my first program was an applet to show graphic charts. And I've worked with Java since then until I was hired by Université Catholique de Louvain to actually rescue a project. So because of my background with Java, I was hired there to save this project. So I worked very hard for quite some time, 2 years, working hard to save this project from failure. And actually, I didn't succeed. That's why I'm here. And the project was like working, no progress. So what happens when you don't succeed is these technical decisions come up, down. So hierarchy, authorities try to push some technologies, so you actually have to listen and do what they want, otherwise you cannot continue. So that's what's happened in our case. Hierarchy imposed a technology, and then we were scared, abandon everything, all Java stuff, rewrite everything in something new. That's very scary. So, but the thing is, lesson learned was that actually we were quite happy with the new thing. So the new thing was Python and a whole platform that comes with it. And we actually are doing much better today with Python than with Java before. So it was a good pressure. And what we are doing with Python is actually a new open source project called OSIS. So OSIS is an initiative, open source initiative from Université Catholique de Louvain to rethink how the university works. I'm talking about the administrative part, how to register students, how to to organize classes and teachers allocate students in classes, print the diploma, certificates, and everything from the administrative part. So OSIS is a product, open source product to manage universities or higher education institutions. So in order to replace the old system, we have to rethink the way we work. And the way to do that was to be completely open. So we could have contributions not only from our usual members of the administrative and bureaucratic members, but also from teachers, students. So now they can say how they want to use their applications. We can listen to them and they can contribute. So OSIS opened the door for students, teachers, and the whole academic community. What we are doing now is modernizing how we work, how the process of the university, and put them into OSIS. What is actually happening also is OSIS is actually inspiring students and teachers to provide some additional services to students. Everything is happening at the same time, actually. And also, departments of the university, instead of asking to add something new, they are actually doing it, which is something that never happened before. We are strongly investing strongly in open source. So the whole stack that runs OSIS is 100% open source. everything is open source. From Open Nebula until the user interface, everything is open. And we desperately want to share it with other universities. So you maybe will profit from this experience. For the moment, 2 universities are developing and using this project. It's Université Catholique de Louvain, the main sponsor, and Université Saint-Louis. Both universities are talking about merge and stuff like that nowadays, but actually the discussion to contribute to OSIS happened a lot of time before, so like 1.5 years before all these discussions. So even if they don't merge, Saint-Louis will continue in the project, will develop, will continue contributing. This is the user interface. And the first feedback we had was, it is clean, it is easy to memorize, it is easy to navigate, it is far easier than the previous version that you have to know a lot about the domain in order to use it. Now we deliver only the necessary, only the service that they need. We don't do much more because they assimilate easier if we do it simple. This internal page that one of the first implementations in the project was the scoring coding. So teachers everywhere in the world and also in the university, they encode the scores of the students directly into OSIS, and that it saves a lot of time from all departments and teachers. It was a revolution in terms of scoring encoding in the university. This is OSIS, but we also have a portal version. So OSIS is also available for, we have back office and front office. So we saw back office, now we see the front office, which deals with inscription, subscription and registration, admission process, and so on. So during this experience, we actually are moving from Java to Python, and it has been an amazing experience. After years developing Java and going to Python, I changed my mind like water. It's amazing. I'm not saying that Python is a great, fantastic language. I'm saying that you get your stuff done with Python. That's it. So we managed to solve all our major problems, scalability problems, everything we had in the past with Java. 6 months after adopting Python, we solved all of them. And we are astounded. Even more excited about Django, because all the stuff we had to write ourselves manually, we had ready to use in Django. So it was amazing. So I really recommend it, and it changed the way we think about software. So we also had the transition from proprietary to open source, and it was not easy because people who used to develop close code, they keep thinking like that. So they started putting a hard-coded reference to internal services. They forget to remove dirty code. They forget comments. They forget the license. So they were working like before, but now we have to see the quality of the code much more. This is much more important than before. So after some time, the team was adapted easily. So it's another experience. The code is much more clear than before. I'm not saying that the best code in the world, but it's much better. So people are learning how to code better nowadays than before. And the motivation comes naturally. So what happens is people are working without no pressure, even during their free time and free holidays. So I have commits during the weekend. I have comments all the time. It never happened before. Now they are actually doing things that we never expected. And it's amazing. They just don't stop coding. Contribution is the main aspect of value. So nowadays we have 5 full-time developers, paid full-time. And then we have 13 additional contributors, students, personnel, external people. And we need more 2 guys or 2 girls to join our team as soon as possible to help us to do it faster than before. So instead of paying license, we are creating jobs. That's what we think about open source. We prefer spend money in opportunities. Even a consultant can come and help us to develop better Python code, Django code. So we are paying someone for doing the job, not a license that we don't see the value. A group of faculties get together to develop an additional application to manage dissertations. It never happened before, so we had a huge contribution from them. Faculty of Medicine contributed with a whole new module for internships. We had an administrative department completely isolated from our department who developed a module to manage systems. And we actually finished a master thesis last year. We have 2 master theses ongoing about the whole thing, OSIS, community, open source, and so on. And we are writing right now a scientific paper with KU Leuven, which is the other university from the Dutch part. So it's amazing, just 1 year. Actually, the first release of OSIS came out on 31 January last year. We are now celebrating the first anniversary here in this talk, so it's a quite good result so far. Also, there is a product developed by students. They created this thing called Ingenious, which is online coding tests. So we are going to integrate with OSIS. So students who perform tests using this tool, the scores will be injected directly into OSIS automatically. So the students are busy developing the integration right now. And this is the first time we heard about something developed by a student, which is actually going to be integrated with the staff at the university. It's really exciting. So in terms of architecture, we take care to keep OSIS completely isolated, so we don't make reference to internal stuff. So in this case here, we have the 2 systems, OSIS and OSIS Portal, and they are completely independent. So if OSIS goes down, OSIS Portal keeps working. If OSIS Portal goes down, OSIS keeps working normally. So they are isolated, but they share the same kind of data. They use the same database, but different data sets. And it's to improve performance. Finally, from the internal part, the internal stuff we have, we use ESB to isolate all the complexity inside and avoid that OSIS get busy with SAP, Moodle, and other stuff. So we consume and provide REST standard data, so they can manage it without any direct reference. Everything is open source, so we have some products here, open source products we are proud to use, and we would love to share the experience with each one. And they are really great. They are solving big problems, and that's my talk. Thank you very much, and I'm free to for questions.